welcome back to the show. Our next guest is the Mayor of Atlantic City, New Jersey, Mayor Marty Small Sr. Welcome to the show, sir.
It's a pleasure to be here, AC Mike, and I'm not the mayor of Atlantic City. I'm mayor of the great city of Atlantic City. And it's a great day in the city of Atlantic City. Can we say great day?
Great day, and you're absolutely right, 100%.
Yes,
Listen,
absolutely.
Welcome to the show, man. We appreciate you back. And listen, one of the great things about the great city of Atlantic City anymore, when you call City Hall, that answer and the way they, the young men and women do, that's awesome because it puts you in a good mood.
Yes. I mean, we wanted to change the culture in the building. We wanted to change the way that the employees interface with the public. And a lot of people didn't buy in the beginning, saying, I'm not doing that. And I just simply said to people I know that if you work for Apple or Disney and they ask you to answer the phone that way, you know, would you do it? So it spread like wildfire, and now, you know, great day's a thing.
It's a great touch, and listen, it is awesome. I smile, and it's a genuine smile because it does make a difference when someone's calling, whether it's taxes or that, and we're going to get into some of that. But Mayor, it's been a couple of years since you've been on the TV show, but you're frequently on the radio show. You know, 2 years, lots going on. You know, the city, tax decreases, a lot of stuff happening, boardwalk renovation. I want you to take it a little bit where you are, and then we'll go back and forth with that. Some of the progress.
Well, we'll just touch on that because I always said when I first became mayor of the great city of Atlantic City that the taxpayers are first, and right after that, our two most precious resources, our youth and our seniors. But we'll touch on that. Let's start with the boardwalk fund. The governor came in and signed the bill, historic bill, $100 million boardwalk fund. We had the press conference at Boardwalk Hall. All of the funding wasn't for Atlantic City. We were politicking and, you know, trying to get at least 50% of the money. But at the end of the day, we did get the most, us in Asbury Park, $20 million, and we're grateful for that. We're going to use that $20 million to start from where the Army Corps of Engineers finished off, which is at New Jersey Avenue, and we're going to go from New Jersey to Tennessee with an entire new boardwalk, address the structural issues underneath. We also had a press conference. We had the U.S. Economic Development Authority there, $6 million that we got, and it's from Bellevue Avenue to Arkansas Avenue. So some action is going. It's going to take probably another $80 million to complete the entire boardwalk. So at least this is a great start. And as far as our taxes, we just announced another tax decrease. It's the largest since I've been the mayor, 10.2 cents. I believe it might be the largest in the region. We're still doing some homework on that. And in addition to that, you know, we came in and took care of our employees, our non-uniform employees, with a $4,500 raise on July 1st.
Strong. Listen, we talk about tourism and our people visiting and whatnot, but it's about the folks that live there, the folks that work there. And when you talk about Boardwalk or the 4,500, that's who's taking, you know, the most pride in that. And when they come to work, they feel, because I know how it is sometimes when you work some of the jobs formerly over at the Atlantic County Department of Public Safety, you know, it wasn't a whole lot you started with, but then you just saw the increase. And what it does is it's the morale, which we talked about briefly.
Well, yeah, we wanted to change the climate and culture in the entire building. I said that I'm going to start internally with rebuilding City Hall. And, you know, when you look at the things that we've done to increase workplace morale, not only do I tell the employees every time I see them, I appreciate it. Every chance I get, I let them know. When have you ever heard the city of Atlantic City in 3 years for the non-uniform employees got a $12,000 raise? So we're headed in the right direction. We're going to continue to do great things for our employees, but we always want to put our taxpayers first. If it's going to cause harm to the taxpayers, we're not going to do it. Over the last 2 years, we rebuilt the new Division of Youth Recreation, Senior, and Multicultural Services, which also includes our anti-violence program and our reentry. My commitment is to the kids. I had my inaugural gala a couple of years ago. We raised $611,000, and every penny, less expenses, went to the children of Atlantic City. I could have saved it for my campaign. I'm up for re-election next year, but we'll deal with that then. Our commitment is to the youth and seniors and everyone in between.
Yeah, and Mayor, when you touch on that, we kind of forming it here right now with the recreation department, something that wasn't seen there in this. You would think that the city of Atlantic City would have a rec department, thriving, running. There wasn't much going on before you got there, and those kids just suffering with not a whole lot to do, whether it was,
And I'm a career recreation professional. Started out with the Safe Haven program. It was a partnership between the great city of Atlantic City, Health and Human Services Division, the Atlantic City Police Department, and New Jersey Division of Law and Public Safety. Atlantic City was one of 6 cities to get a Safe Haven grant. And I was the coordinator. My job was to run youth and senior activities from New Jersey Avenue to Tennessee Avenue, because statistics showed that that was the worst area in the city at the time. From there, I went to the Boys and Girls Club, where I ran the brand new Boys and Girls Club for 4.5 years. From there, went to the Atlantic City school system for 11 years, and I spent 1 year at Principal Academy Charter before becoming a full-time mayor. While doing that, I was always on city council. I ascended to the city council presidency, and one mayor thought it was a brilliant idea to try to balance the budget and lay off recreation workers and not give it any structure. And I knew that that was a talent that I had in organizing. And, I set the tone, I set the vision, and I got great people out there that just carries it out.
And you sure do, because we have them on the radio show as well, some of the men and women that run the rec departments and the different departments with the youth and the seniors as well. And to go on to that a little bit more, they're all thriving, doing well. The teams in Atlantic City, whether it's youth, organized, the sports, and it's a sense of social. The kids get to interact, not just in school, but to be able to play sports at a high level.
You got to develop the whole child. I'm a perfect example. Probably not for sports, I wouldn't be sitting here. Sports was a vehicle for me to go to this fine institution, Stockton University, and as they say, the rest is history. But speaking of recreation, they held a major event last week, and I seen ACMike on the scene hanging out with A.J. Brown.
That's right. Listen, folks, unbelievable night over at MLK, the school complex. Talk to the folks about that a little bit. Yeah, and it was great, man.
Yes, it's the second annual three-point shootout. Last year we had social media influencer and rapper Gilly the King as our special guest, and this year we had 2. We had social media influencer and comedian Bubba Dub, and A.J. Brown, from the Philadelphia Eagles. And I actually went to pick up A.J. Brown, so we kind of talked shop, kind of talked the Saquon Barkley move and, what's next. But it wasn't about me. It was, making those, I'll tell everyone, relationships matter. And, we have relationships, so we were able to pull it off. But the kids in the community were happy to see him. I mean, ironically, he hit his jersey number. He had 11. But that wasn't the point. It was just hanging out with the community, and it was a great day in the city of Atlantic City.
Listen, it was an awesome day. The kids, the stands were packed, the adults were having a great time, and that's the kind of stuff that I really enjoy. I know the day of a mayor and some of the council as well is busy. When you're talking money, you're talking this, that, or whatever, but to be able to take the time and show up for that, Marty, that's what I appreciate what you do. You just don't show up, cut the ribbon, push people out there. You're there talking and hanging out with the folks as well. When you talked about the boardwalk, I want to piggyback on that real quick. And I heard it in a statement of yours, and it made a lot of sense. Some of the folks were pushing back on it. Well, why start on New Jersey Avenue and go that way? It made perfect sense what you said. That's where the new boardwalk is. Why? Explain that real quick.
What I've learned, that people are always going to complain. They're always going to second guess you, but that's the reason why the voters in the great city of Atlantic City elected me to make the tough decisions for them. We just had a massive renovation performed by the Army Corps of Engineers, and it started at New Jersey Avenue. There's no need to mess up that boardwalk and dig it up. It's already structurally sound. So we're going to start from that end and go from New Jersey Avenue to Tennessee. And if the bids come in lower, we'll go further than Tennessee while we wait to get more funding. And we told the EDA, the United States EDA, that we're coming back for more.
There you go. Just let them know. Be knocking on the door. And it makes perfect sense. Again, you don't need to hear it from me. We only have about 2 minutes left. This flies too quickly. The air show. Phone call, talk to us a little about that.
So I was in a meeting, and Andrew Kramer, who is our PIO for the great city of Atlantic City, we were talking, and He said that, I guess he was in a meeting or heard something that Michael Chait said the air show would be canceled. So I said, okay. I said, let me call Mike. Get on the phone with Michael Chait. I say, Mike, don't just give me the number. What's the number? Give me the real number. Right. What's the number? He said, $250 to do it, $300 to do it as we've been doing it. And I want things to remain the same or better. So I got right on the phone and I called the governor. And I said, Gov, I said, listen, you know how important tourism is to the state. You know how important it is to the great city of Atlantic City. We're not having beach concerts this summer. It will be a disaster if we let the air show fall by the wayside. I said, I'm told that they're on the brink of canceling it and we need funds, $300,000. You know, I need you to make this happen. He said, Mayor, I'm on it. Let me get back to you. So he said, give me a couple days. So I talked to Rob Field in the governor's office, who kind of, you know, works with us closely, him and CC. And I said to Rob, well, Rob said to me, he said, Mayor, just be patient. I'm sure this is going to happen. So then word got out, because, you know, people always leaking things, that if funding wasn't achieved by a certain date, that the air show was canceled no matter what. So that word got up to Trenton, and then they called me back and said, hey, tell Michael Chait to cool the jets. Right. No pun intended. So I said, Mike, this is going to happen. I was in a similar situation where I worked with the governor to steal a convention from Hollywood, Florida, to Atlantic City, the National Organization of Black Law Enforcement Executives, similar situation. And I said, it's going to happen. I said, but I don't want to trump the governor's announcement, so we got to kind of do a dance. And we knew that the money was there, but we thought that we was going to do a joint press conference with the governor. So, you know, we didn't want to get ahead of him. And then later that afternoon, it came out. Well, early in the morning, before the directors meeting, the governor texted me personally and said, Mayor, in this text, you have Tim Sullivan and Rob Field. Thank the good folks at EDA for putting up the $300,000. But by the time the governor was making a statement, South Jersey Transportation Authority stepped up and funded it. So whether it was EDA, SJTA, I don't care where the money came from. Right, yeah. So it was truly a great day, and that's the thing. Relationships matter. Yeah. When you can pick up the phone and call and get things done, and we're happy to have the air show back in the great city of Atlantic City. And like I said, see you on the boardwalk in mid-August.
You did say that, and I was listening on the radio. Folks, that's the 14th of August. It's going to be there. Practice day, Tuesday the 13th. Mayor, we're about out of time here. It flies by. We need about an hour together. Listen, I want to leave it the last word to you. Let the folks know. Let them know what's going on in AC.
Yes. Atlantic City investor confidence is at an all-time high. We have 1 million projects going on. We have the EDA that is pumping millions upon millions of money here in the great city of Atlantic City, all while offering incentives programs like Aspire. Look out for more family entertainment announcements. Shout out to Keith Groff, who has 8 units going up. Kudos to K-Hive who have shown that they're confident in the vision of Atlantic City. Like I tell everyone, people don't invest money unless they believe in leadership. And I tell the people, if you always count on Atlantic City, that's your fault, because the rumors of the great city of Atlantic City's demise always was and will be greatly exaggerated. One more time, can we say great day?
Great day. That's what's happening. Folks, I want to thank you, Mayor Marty Small, for jumping out here for us and joining us. Folks, make sure you check him out on his socials as well as the government pages as well. Thanks for coming on. Folks, stick around. We'll be right back.